So we are going to be starting to draw some buildings that are using two-point perspective. My building is a castle. You can choose any type of building for yours, so it does not have to be a castle. When we look at this building, it's on the corner, so you can see the right side and the left side. And the trick is with a two-point perspective building is the right side gets smaller going this way, and the left side gets smaller going this way. So when we start, we're going to be using what are called vanishing points. So with your piece of paper and a ruler and a pencil, first thing you're going to draw is a horizon line. Now you're going to draw this as lightly as possible. You probably might not even be able to see mine because I'm going to draw mine light as well, or just barely be able to see it. So when you draw it, you try to draw in the middle. You can make it hilly or straight, up to you. Then on your horizon line, that's the line that separates the sky from the land, you are going to draw 2 points. 1 point on one side, and I'm making mine really big and dark so you can see it. You do not have to make it this big and dark. And then the other point on the very edge of the paper as well. So this is vanishing point 1, and this is vanishing point number 2. You don't need to write that. That's just to help you along. Then the next step is to draw a vertical line. Vertical lines are that go straight up and down. Now this line is the start of your building. It is the corner. So that's how tall your building will be. And you want it to run from the top of the paper to the bottom. You don't have to have it run the whole way up and down. You just want to make sure that the top of the building is in the sky, and when you draw it, it goes all the way down into the land. So when you draw it, it's just like that. And you draw nice and light, but I'm going to draw darker so you can see. So there it is. The next step is to draw diagonal lines, or they're horizontal lines that are going to look diagonal to the vanishing point. So everything on the left side of this line is now, all the horizontal lines are going to go to this vanishing point. And from the right side on this line, all are going to go to the second vanishing point over here. So when we start, we're going to draw the top and the bottom of our building. So you're going to draw a very light diagonal line. So we're lining up vanishing point and the top part of that line that we just drew, that vertical line. So we go ahead and draw it, draw lightly, and then the bottom part as well. So it's drawing it all just like that. So it looks like a big triangle with the horizontal line coming through. Then you do the same thing on this side. So you line up ruler and vanishing point number 2, and you draw that line, draw lightly, and then you draw the bottom. So once you finish, it looks similar to a kite. So if you look at it from a certain angle, it looks like this is the corner and it's a really long building. What we're going to do is shorten it up. So we're going to be drawing a building that stops. So you want to finish the building. So you're going to decide how long you want it to be. So I always line up my ruler with my vertical line that I just drew, that I drew first, and then you're going to take that and shift it over, and you decide how long you want your building to be, the length. So maybe this one's really long, and then in between these diagonal lines, you're going to draw a vertical line. And then in between, and then going on this side, you're going to drag that along. And then in between these diagonal lines, you're going to draw a vertical line as well. Try to make them as straight up and down as possible. Then you're going to erase this horizontal, the horizon line that's inside the building. So inside these lines, erase this. So this is your building. You keep these the horizon lines on the side, so this middle line you're going to keep. You can darken it up if you want to so you know what you're going to keep. And then you want to erase these angled lines because you no longer need them. This is your building. This is no longer anything. Those are just guidelines. So erase that. Erase this on the other side. And now you're left with a very simple shape of your building.